Now let's discuss about peninsular rivers. The main water divide in peninsular India is formed by Western Ghat which runs from north to south close to western coast. The major rivers of the peninsula such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and Kaveri. The Narmada Basin. The Narmada rises in the Amarkantak hills in the Madhya Pradesh. On its way to sea, the Narmada creates many picturesque locations. All the tributaries of the Narmada are very short and most of these join the main stream at right angles. The Narmada Basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. It flows towards the west in a rift valley formed due to geological faults. The Narmada River Conservation Mission has been taken. The Tapi Basin. The Tapi rises in the Satpura ranges in the Betul district of Madhya Pradesh. Its basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. The main west flowing rivers are Sabarmati, Mahi, Bharatpuzha, and Periyar. It flows in a rift valley parallel to the Narmada, but it is much shorter in length. Its length is about 724 kilometers. Now, let's discuss about the Kaveri Basin. The Kaveri rises in the Brahmagiri ranges of the Western Ghat and it reaches the Bay of Bengal in the south of Kodlur in Tamil Nadu. The total length of the river is about 760 kilometers. Its main tributaries are Amravati, Bhavini, Hemvati, and Kambini. The Kaveri drain in the parts of Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. The river Kaveri makes the second biggest rainfall in India. Now, let's discuss about the Godavari Basin. The Godavari is the largest peninsular river. It rises from the slopes of the Western Ghat in the Nasik district of Maharashtra. It is the longest river, about 1500 kilometers, having the largest drainage basin and the largest delta of the peninsula. Dear students, the Godavari is also known as the Dakshin Ganga because of its length and the area it covers. The Godavari has many tributaries such as Manjara, Vainganga, Penganga, Purna, and Vardha. The Godavari Basin covers parts of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. It drains into the Bay of Bengal. The Mahanadi Basin. The Mahanadi rises in the highlands of Chhattisgarh and flows through Odisha to reach the Bay of Bengal. The length of the river is about 860 kilometers. Its drainage basin is shared by Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Orissa. The Krishna Basin. The Krishna River rises from the Western Ghat near Mahabaleshwar. It flows into the Bay of Bengal before forming a large delta. Its length is about 1400 kilometers. The Tungabhadra, Koyana, Ghatprabha, Musi, and Bhima are some of its tributaries. Its basin covers parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Now, children, let's study about lakes. India has many lakes. These differ from each other in size and other characteristics. Most lakes are permanent. Some contain water only during rainy season, like the lakes in the basin of inland of semi-arid region. There are some of the lakes which are a result of action of glaciers and ice sheets, while the others have been formed by winds, river action, and human activities. Dear students, you may be familiar with the Valley of Kashmir and the famous Dal Lake, the houseboats and shikaras, which attract thousands of tourists every year. Similarly, you may have visited some of other tourist spots near a lake and enjoyed boating, swimming, and other water game. Imagine that if Srinagar, Nainital, and other tourist places did not have a lake, would they have been as attractive as they are today? Most of the freshwater lakes are in Himalayan region. They are of glacier origin. In other words, they are formed when glacier dug out a basin. The Vular Lake in Jammu and Kashmir, in contrast, is the result of tectonic activity. It is the largest freshwater lake in India. The Dal Lake, Bhimtal, Nainital, Loktal, Barapani are some of the important freshwater lakes. Dear students, now let us study about the uses of lakes. Lakes are of great value to human beings. A lake helps to regulate the flow of a river. During heavy rainfall, it prevents flooding, and during dry season, it helps to maintain the even flow of water. They can also be used for developing hydel power. They moderate the climate of the surrounding. They enhances the natural beauty. That's why most of us try to use some of our time near lakes. Now, let's see the role of rivers in the economy. Rivers have played an important role throughout human history. Water from the rivers is a basic natural resource essential for various human activities. They provide water for irrigation, facilities for navigation, fishing, and they provide water for domestic use like washing, cooking, drinking, etc. They also help to generate hydroelectric. Dear students, now let's discuss about river pollution. Growing domestic, municipal, industrial, and agricultural demand for water from river affects the quality of water flow. Untreated sewage and industrial waste into river affects the water as well as the self-cleansing capacity of the river. For example, Ganga can assimilate pollution load within 20 km by itself.